Welcome back to VeloView. Today we're diving deep into the 2026 Ford Mustang, a car that carries forward decades of muscle car heritage but also adapts to the demands of modern drivers with tech, performance options, and styling that tries to balance tradition with innovation. The Mustang has always been a symbol of American performance, and the 2026 version doesn't deviate from that DNA, but what makes it special is how Ford has refined it, offering choices that stretch from a relatively efficient turbocharged four-cylinder all the way up to a roaring V8 that can easily light up a track. This review will cover everything about this latest model in a smooth flow so that by the end you'll know exactly where the Mustang stands today. Starting with the base model, the EcoBoost continues to be an entry point for those who want the Mustang look and feel without the heavy costs that come with a V8. Under the hood, you get a 2.3-liter turbocharged inline-4, delivering around 315 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque. That's not just decent, it's actually impressive for a four-cylinder in this class. The engine pairs with a 10-speed automatic transmission, and the car also includes selectable drive modes that let you tailor the throttle response and steering feel depending on how you want to drive. What's nice is that this EcoBoost setup doesn't feel like a compromise anymore. It's quick, agile, and provides better fuel economy than its bigger siblings, which makes it more approachable for daily use. Moving up the ladder, the GT trim is the classic Mustang experience that fans love. Here you get the famous 5.0-liter Coyote V8 engine producing around 480 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque in its standard setup, with a slight bump to around 486 horsepower if you add the active valve performance exhaust. The sound is raw, the throttle response immediate, and unlike the EcoBoost, you can pair this with a 6-speed manual transmission if you want a purist driving experience. There's also the option of sticking with the 10-speed automatic, which is surprisingly responsive and smooth, but most Mustang enthusiasts will tell you that the manual makes this car truly alive. It's this GT model that delivers the perfect balance between everyday usability and thrilling performance. At the very top sits the Dark Horse, the performance flagship for the 2026 Mustang lineup. It takes the 5.0-liter V8 and tunes it up to 500 horsepower and 418 pound-feet of torque, creating a car designed for drivers who want track performance without leaving behind the street credentials. The Dark Horse also comes with serious upgrades like MagneRide adaptive suspension, Brembo brakes, performance tires, and an advanced cooling system for the engine, transmission, and differential, all of which are essential if you plan to push it hard. It feels like the Mustang you'd buy if you want to compete with high-end sports cars but still stick with the iconic pony car spirit. On the road, the Mustang delivers more than just straight-line power. Rear-wheel drive across the lineup gives you that classic muscle car feel, but the suspension tuning and chassis improvements make it surprisingly competent in corners, especially the GT with performance packages and the Dark Horse. The steering is sharp, the brakes are confidence-inspiring, and with the optional MagneRide suspension, you can really tell the car adapts between everyday cruising and aggressive driving. The EcoBoost also feels nimble, thanks to less weight over the nose, making it fun in a different way than the brute force of the V8. The exterior design of the 2026 Mustang stays true to its heritage but adds sharper edges and more aggression. You get LED headlights and taillights, a wide stance, and multiple wheel options that let you tailor the look. Ford has also introduced new colors this year, like Adriatic Blue Metallic and Orange Fury Metallic Tri-Coat, giving owners more variety to stand out. A special FX package is also available on GT Premium trims, adding white wheels, Oxford white badges, and some subtle but stylish accents. The Mustang manages to feel modern without losing its muscle car roots, which isn't easy given how iconic its look has become. Step inside, and you'll notice the big leap in tech. The cabin is driver-focused with a 12.4-inch digital instrument cluster and a 13.2-inch central infotainment screen, both angled slightly toward the driver for convenience. The system runs on Ford's Sync 4, offering wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and features like wireless charging. The graphics on the digital cluster can even be customized to show track metrics, gauges, or more traditional layouts depending on your mood. Build quality has improved compared to older Mustangs, though in some trims the interior materials don't feel as premium as what you'd find in higher-end sports cars. Still, it's functional, comfortable up front, and the back seats remain tight but usable for short trips or younger passengers. In terms of safety, the 2026 Mustang is equipped with Ford Company Pilot 360, which includes features like lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, forward collision warning, and automatic high beams. These driver assistance systems don't take away from the raw driving feel but do add peace of mind in daily driving situations. For a sports car, the Mustang balances fun with practicality quite well, especially considering it has a decent-sized trunk that can handle luggage or groceries without much issue. Where things get a bit tricky is cost and practicality. The base EcoBoost coupe starts at just over $32,000, which is relatively affordable for the performance you get. However, once you start climbing trims and adding packages, prices rise quickly. The GT sits in the mid-$40,000s depending on configuration, and the dark horse can easily cross into the mid-$60,000 range with options. On top of that, insurance, fuel, and maintenance costs are higher, especially for the V8 models. Fuel economy for the EcoBoost is reasonable, but once you step into the V8 territory, especially if you drive aggressively, the numbers drop fast. Drawbacks aside, the Mustang continues to do what it does best: deliver excitement every time you start it up. The EcoBoost gives you a smart entry point, the GT delivers the iconic muscle car feel, and the Dark Horse offers serious performance for enthusiasts who want more. While rivals from Europe or Japan might feel more refined or efficient, they don't have the same raw presence or emotional pull that a Mustang has. And in 2026, Ford has managed to modernize it enough that it doesn't feel outdated while keeping the soul intact. So, is the 2026 Mustang worth it? If you're after a car that blends history, character, and technology into one package, then yes, it remains one of the most compelling performance cars available today. If you want efficiency and practicality, the EcoBoost is a clever pick. If you want the sound and thrill that made the Mustang legendary, go for the GT. And if you want the top of the line with track-ready features, the Dark Horse won't disappoint. That's the full detailed breakdown of the 2026 Ford Mustang. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more reviews just like this, make sure to subscribe to VeloView so you never miss out on the latest car insights.